Let's be honest. Doing a literature review can feel like drowning in a sea of PDFs. You open Google Scholar and before you know it, you have 25 tabs open. Each paper says something slightly different and you are left wondering, what does the research actually say? Well, if you've ever felt like that, then this video is for you. Because in this video, I'm going to introduce a tool that summarizes scientific literature instantly, helps you identify research gaps and gives you research-backed answers to all your doubts. This tool is called Consensus. Hi everyone, I am Neha Agrawal. I'm the founder of WiseUp, and in this video, I'm going to share with you some amazing features of Consensus through different use cases that is going to make your literature review faster and more efficient. Towards the end, I will also share a code with you that will give you access to Consensus Premium free for 1 year. So do watch this video till the very end. And now, let's start by understanding what is Consensus. Consensus is an AI-powered search engine designed specifically for academic research. It goes through millions of peer-reviewed studies to give you research-backed answer to your question. Think of it like combining the vast database of Google Scholar with conversational power of tools like ChatGPT, but focused entirely on scientific literature. Now let's look at the first use case, which is generating literature on the topic. Say you're an undergrad student and your professor asks you to write a paper on effect of screen time on sleep quality. Now you have no idea where to start. So you go on Consensus and you ask the question, does screen time affect sleep quality? And within seconds, you will have the answer. Now the most unique and interesting feature of Consensus is the consensus meter, which in one glimpse tells you what does the research out there has to say. Here if you see, 84% say yes and 16% have a mixed opinion on it. Now below this you have a summary which gives you a quick overview of all the findings and what the papers are actually saying. And if you see, all the different points have been supported by citations. And if I click on the citation, then I am taken to the exact paper which mentions that information. Now another great thing that Consensus has done is categorizing the papers as observational study, rigorous journal, highly cited. That gives us a good understanding of which papers are absolutely worth our attention. For instance, I am looking at the first paper here which has 237 citations, and if you see, it has this ask this paper option, which means there is a full text PDF available for this. Now if I click on this, I'm taken to another feature of Consensus. So here I can ask Consensus to summarize the paper for me, tell me the most important arguments of this work, or what are some of the limitations of this study. So in this way, you can start your literature review on the topic, giving you so much more clarity and some great papers to start with than you would have done on Google Scholar. Just remember, if you want Consensus meter to give you an answer, then make sure to ask a yes or no question to it. Now let's look at the next use case. One of the biggest challenges for masters and PhD students is to identify a research question or a research gap for their thesis. Say you're a civil engineering student and you're working on improving concrete strength. You come across recycled plastic as a potential option, but you have no idea whether it can be used with concrete or not. So you go on Consensus and you ask the question, does using recycled plastic in concrete affect its strength? And here now let's see the answer. So the Consensus meter says 50% say yes, 42% say no, and 8% have a mixed opinion. So now this is a clear gap because there is no clarity or no consensus of opinion among the papers that are out there. So this does seem like a research gap, but we are going to dig deeper by expanding this study snapshot option. First, we are going to look at the recency. So if you see here, on an average, the papers which say yes, their recency is 2021. On the other hand, the papers which say no, their recency is 2022, which means that the most latest research is saying no. So probably the most recent research has come to prove that recycled plastic cannot be used with concrete. Next thing we are going to look at is quality of journal. So if you see the papers which are saying yes, the quality of journal is Q1.33 on an average, where for the papers which say no, the quality of journal is Q1.2. So here I would say that the quality of journals are more or less similar, the ones that are saying yes as well as the ones which are saying no. Now the third and the final thing to look at is citations. Now if you see, the total number of citations for the journals which say yes is 399 as compared to the papers which say no, which is only 178. So you are again made to believe that probably recycled plastic can be used with concrete because more people have cited that, so probably there is more evidence about this, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this filter where I'm going to tell consensus that I want you to consider only the Q1 quality journals and no other journals for this particular study. And now let's see what the consensus meter has to say. 55% papers say yes, 36% papers say no, and 9% have a mixed opinion. So now we are getting more clarity that good quality papers or papers published in good journals are bending more towards the yes as compared to a no, right? So in this way, deep diving into this kind of statistics can give you a better understanding of what is the research out there trying to say, and then formulate your research gap or research question on which you would like to work on. Now the third and very relevant use case of consensus is supporting your academic writing with citations. Say for example, I'm writing the introduction section of my project report or research paper, and there are certain texts that I don't have research backed evidence for. In such a case, consensus can be very useful. So all I need to do is add that text. For example, here I am writing, intermittent fasting has been shown to improve metabolic health. And consensus will show me a list of papers which support this particular statement. After that, I can also use advanced filters. For example, I want only those papers which are published in this year, or I want papers which are published only in Q1 quality journals. And in this way, I can shortlist the papers that I want based on these filters. And now for citing, I can directly cite the paper from here and choose the citation style that I want. Or I can share this paper with my team members, or otherwise I can save this paper into my reference manager as well, and I can cite the paper from there directly. So guys, that's all I wanted to share with you today. Hope this video has given you a good understanding of the different features of consensus as well as the different use cases which will help you employ consensus in your everyday academic requirements. And now it's time to share the secret code with you. Well, I got in touch with the consensus team and requested them to share some discount for you. And they've been extremely generous in offering consensus premium free for 1 year for our WiseUp audience. Just use the code given in the description and enjoy its premium access for your literature review. Now, if you wish to learn how to write a research paper from scratch and what are the various AI tools that you can use in this process, then you can join me for my course on A to Z of research paper writing. To know more, the link is in the description. And now, thank you so much for watching this video, and I wish you have a fantastic research journey ahead.